Lead, right. Lead. Lead, right. Lead. Lead.
My name is Ginger Clark, and I am the president of the Ybor City campus, and so it is my privilege to welcome you not only to the college, but specifically here to the Ybor City campus. I also love the interactivity, and that someone's going home now and will hear this all day long, probably left. So I think that's great. I love that. We always have memories that we take away from each and every graduation, and that will probably be one of my memories that I take away.
Before we get into the ceremony, for the benefit of our audience members, I'd like to give you a little bit of background information on the academy itself, the training program the graduates went through. Some of you probably lived it very firsthand, personal, every day when they were coming home. But for the sake of our audience members, let me tell you that the state of Florida requires every law enforcement officer to complete 770 hours of basic training regardless of the person's educational attainment. And why is that? Because these are job vocational training programs. We're teaching them very specific skills how to be law enforcement officers. So it's not about theories and concepts, it's actually about learning how to conduct investigations, write traffic reports, direct traffic, help victims, interview witnesses, and those kinds of things. Very specific skills. So everybody in the state of Florida is required to go through the same basic training program. It takes approximately 22 weeks to complete this program. During those 22 weeks, you're going to see today we're going to be passing out some specialized awards. They take 18 separate written examinations on subjects such as legal, interviewing and report writing, fundamentals of patrol, calls for service, critical incidents, traffic crash investigations, firearms, defensive tactics, vehicle operations, and first aid, just to name some of those 18 courses. In order to successfully complete a course in the academy, each cadet must take an end-of-course final comprehensive examination. Some courses, such as firearms, defensive tactics, first aid, and vehicle operations that you're going to hear more about this afternoon, require the cadets also to take a practical skills test in addition to the comprehensive written examination. Let me put things into perspective. So when we're passing out these awards this afternoon, you can understand how difficult it is to achieve these awards. All right? So when the cadets must score at least 80% on every end-of-course final comprehensive exam. Let me put that in perspective for you. If you score a 79 in one of our credit courses here at the campus, you're going to earn a B- or a C+, depending on that professor's grading scale. Here in the academy, you score a 79, you get an F. We only award 3 letter grades, A's, B's, and S. Why are the academics standing so high? Because our mission statement is to provide the most trained, well-qualified, ethical officer for the state of Florida. That's our mission statement. In order to do that, you have to set the bar very, very high. In addition to that, the margin for error for a deputy is very, very small. Think of what could happen if they're wrong 20% of the time. They can get themselves hurt, they can get themselves killed, maybe not be able to help a citizen. So the margin for error for a law enforcement officer in the state of Florida is very, very, very small. In addition to that, they also have to take those practical skills tests that I mentioned. So when they're doing those, some of those practical skills tests require them to score 100% perfect scores. No mistakes. So imagine doing that 18 times in 22 weeks and then taking an additional 6 practical examinations. So you can understand why these graduates were coming home at night stressed, right? Or studying, or saying, don't bother me this weekend. I've got another Mr. Snap's exam. I'm sure you heard about those exams and how challenging they were. So you can understand when we're passing out these awards today, how important they are and how hard they work to get those. And because of those standards being set so high, they also have to take, at the end of the academy, and they did this yesterday afternoon, they had to take a 200-question state certification exam. So everything that they learned over those 22 weeks, they had to retain. And not only retain it, but they had to apply it on a state certification exam. All 41 of them passed their state certification exam yesterday. Let's give them a round of applause.
At the beginning of each class, class leadership is assigned to assist with the day-to-day management of the class. These positions carry additional responsibilities and enable the cadets selected to develop leadership skills early in their careers with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. And at this time, I would like to ask the class president, Cadet Christopher Cobb, to come forward and deliver his address to the class.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First and foremost, we thank our Heavenly Father for allowing us to celebrate this special occasion. We would like to thank Sheriff Chronister, Chief Deputy Lazinski, and the entire command staff of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for the extraordinary opportunity to be the next class of law enforcement deputies. Now I would like to congratulate Class 1805 on a job well done. At this time, I would like to recognize some of those cadets who have went above and beyond during our training. These cadets have been nominated by the class leadership. The first award is going to a cadet for service as Community Service Coordinator. She was responsible for the coordination, execution, and tracking of all community service events. It is sometimes a thankless job, but a vital one nonetheless. It is my pleasure to present the Community Service Award to Cadet Sanderson.
We will now proceed with what Class 1805 has been eagerly awaiting 22 weeks for, graduation. Class 1805, prepare for graduation.
First squad, come in. Put.
Starting here.
Okay, y'all. Two.
Me first?
No, you both got here. Yeah, you first, and then and then we're going to stand between the two in case he's going to take a picture.
Stephanie L. Sanderson.